to the Arena 1 of Day 2 of York's hosting Roses. We are about to get into the women's first volleyball match, and the crowd are absolutely hyped. My name's Elliot, and I'm joined here by
Jake.
And we are getting ready to watch, hopefully, a very, very tense and exciting game. I heard earlier that the Open first York team won the match. And that's an interesting little...
yeah, first time in a long time that they've won.
So I imagine the York women are going to be trying to follow through on that energy. We've got some nice little hype-up ritual going on the York side here. Just some high fives, getting everybody in the spirit.
I think it'll be interesting to see how that win from York in the men's game transitions into the women, if that's going to make Lancaster extra motivated to get the win here.
Definitely.
Or if York's going to take that momentum and say, we want to win this game too.
Yes, exactly. And apologies in advance for any sort of muddy audio, because we do have two of the most exciting sports, netball and volleyball, going on concurrently in this arena, and it is incredibly loud. So we're getting ready to start off the first set. Volleyball sets go up to 25, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, 25, yes. Best of 5.
Best of 5. So if we get 3 straight sets, then we'll be done in a jiffy, but it could go on to 5.
Yeah, if you go to the 5th set, it's a race to 15 points.
15 points. Slightly merciful, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a very quick game, so if it does go to 5, you really have to be on it.
It'll be lightning. We've got number 11 of York starting up with the serve.
Yeah, York here starting in rotation 1 with Ezgi out of Turkey to serve. She's the setter. So she's going to be taking every second contact on the ball to set up her hitters.
And there's a lot of cheering to ramp up for the serve. I don't know if I'd be able to concentrate during all that. A really nice serve there.
Out of system there a little bit for Lancaster.
91 of Lancaster putting it over.
Really nice dig there from Alyssa.
A set from 11, and oh, that's a point for York.
A great deep swing there from Grace Barkley, number 6. She's the opposite, so she's focusing on blocking and attacking, and straight off the bat there with a great attack.
Another serve from number 11. Let's see where this goes. And we're up. Steady one, received by number 7 of Lancaster to 99. Back over by 6. We're on the York side. We've got a nice little tap from number 7, but it was a Lancaster.
The off speed just not clearing the net there. I think the key is to be aggressive out of the gate. Yunja there is a little bit of an undersized outside hitter, but she's super crafty, so she's just got to trust her shot selection. I think it was a good choice.
We've got Lancaster serve here. Received very well by number 7 of York. And we've got an out, which means it's Lancaster's point yet again.
Yeah, just a bit too much angle there from Grace. I like how she's aggressive. She's going inside of the block, but just too long there.
There's probably going to be a few nerves, especially with the first 2 points being to Lancaster. Not first 2, but
really
first
nice
leads.
out of system set there.
Oh, that was a lovely punt over by York. Oh, we had a shutdown by York just then. Is that 60 or 80? Number 80 of Lancaster tried to spike, and it was absolutely shut down. It's a point to York.
Yeah, Grace Barkley there with a nice block. She's out of position, blocking there on the left in rotation 1. So that's good for York to get out of that rotation there, back into their natural hitting positions.
Number 7 serves, and we got another point for York.
Lots of ball handling errors there.
They just didn't receive well for that one, did they?
Yeah,
it was a bit too fast, too hard.
Lancaster's really got to settle in on the pass to be in system.
And the Yorkshire serve, a steady one. Ooh, it was bumped quite far out of the sidelines by number 76 of Lancaster. Nice passing from York, and there was a net touch, I believe. Which means it's Lancaster's
net violation
point.
there from number 12, Alice, but I really like how she went up. The ball was a little bit low for her. She had to drop her elbow and tip the ball. Right decision, just you don't want to give away those points early on.
Yeah. It's all about keeping the morale up as well as it is making as many points as possible. We got a serve from number 6 of Lancaster. Oh, a nice little tap over from number 82 of Lancaster, sending the point home to them.
Yeah.
The score is 3-4 to Lancaster at the moment.
Eugenia there taking care of the overpass, putting it down.
It's always difficult to answer one of those light touches, especially when you're expecting quite a forceful one. Number 6 from Lancaster serving again, received very valiantly by number 7. That almost went out. Number 21 with the set over the net. We're back on Lancaster's side. 92 shut down. Oh, except the ball's still in play, and York fumbled it a little bit there.
Some hesitation there in the seam between the libero and the backcourt outside. The libero's got to take charge of that. The libero is the player in the different color jersey. They can substitute freely in and out, but they cannot play in the front row, so they're the defensive player. She's got to take charge of the back rotation there and take that ball herself.
Number 6 to serve again from Lancaster. The libero from York doing an excellent receive there. Number 80 of Lancaster keeps trying to make these powerful passes and keeps getting blocked by number 21 of York. Number 12 of York with a nice forceful hit over the net. And number 82 of Lancaster. Oh, a nice dive from number 11 of York here. Number 27 wins another point for York.
That was
4-5
great
to
though.
Lancaster.
Alyssa handling the overpass, putting it down. A great hustle from number 11, Ezgi, to keep the ball alive.
Oh, yeah.
And a really nice swing from Lancaster, but just both sides of the net super scrappy at the moment, picking up all sorts of balls.
Number 12 of York to serve. Oh, a nice jump serve there. Received rather well by number 6 of Lancaster. We had a net touch violation, I think, there, which means it's 5-all.
Yeah, so there the ball's been hit into the aerial by the Lancaster outside hitter. As the crowd's chanting, you can't do that, it's a violation, so she's got to do a better job at controlling the ball, putting it in the middle of the court. But a good reception from Lancaster.
Oh, wow, that was a dive and a half from the Lancaster team, but unfortunately, they were just not able to receive that really, really quite powerful serve from number 12 of York.
Yeah, Lancaster's really got to shore up their first contact, let their setter run her offense. They've
Number
got
12
good
again.
hitters.
Oh, and into the net, unfortunately, which is a point for Lancaster. Number 82 with the serve. So far, I've seen quite a lot of power, but not a lot of execution from this player. So I'm interested to see how the serving goes.
Yeah. So this is a notable rotation because the libero is off the court for Lancaster,
Ooh,
which means
and
that it means that the middle's going to have to play defense. She served out, so there she's going to be replaced by the libero again.
Okay, number 6 of York now up for the serve. And that was out, which means it's a point to Lancaster. Sometimes it's just an exchange of serves,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's quite a mental game serving. I mean, the men's team previously struggled with it a little bit. I think they just got to get it in. Lancaster's having trouble with reception, so just getting a clean ball in the court. But I like the pace they're putting on it.
Number 80 of Lancaster serving quite beautifully there. Wow. Number 22 trying to return the ball with her back by the looks of it. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough, and Lancaster won the point that round.
Yeah,
that's 8-7 to Lancaster.
Great block there from Tess.
Waiting on Lancaster serve.
Yeah, number 11, Ezgi for York's in the front row now. She's a smaller setter, so look for Lancaster to exploit that and set that outside hitter over her smaller block.
But I have a feeling we're going to see some really scrappy plays here. Oh, a lot of anticipation for this one. Oh, and an out serve. I think the nerves just got a bit too much there, which means the ball is back in York's court.
Yeah. It's
Number
hard,
21 to
it's
serve.
hard to get that balance.
A nice controlled serve received quite well by 96 of Lancaster. It's over on York's side. The libero punts it up, and the 7 does a wonderful pass there, but it is received rather well by Lancaster, but ultimately York wins the points.
Yeah, error into the net there. Their opposite's coming out of the back row, so she can't jump in front of the 3-meter line. So it's a little harder to hit from back there, but You just got to make that over the net.
Number 21 to serve again of York. Another, ooh.
Good lead
Just
there.
out there. It's 9-all.
Yeah,
And we're back on Lancaster's side for a serve.
Lancaster's doing a good job at following the ball to the end line, making sure it's out before they leave it.
Serve from number 7 of Lancaster, received very well by number 21 of York. Oh, and it just went out there. Number 17, and we've got some maybe light taunting from the Lancaster side of the audience. Waiting for Lancaster serve once again. Number 7, received by number 22 of York, to 11, to 17, a very powerful and knocked right off of the libero from Lancaster there. It's 11 points to York.
Yeah, a great set there. That's a good choice. So Heritage there's on a slide. So it's a ball behind the setter, because the setter who takes the second ball's in the front row, you only have 2 hitting options. So by making the middle go all the way to the end of the court, it's spreading them out and making Lancaster's middle decide who to block.
Number 12 has now switched with number 22 of York. The libero is off the court. Oh, wow, a valiant dive from the Lancaster player, 96.
Great ace there.
Point.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you get a bit lucky with the equipment and it helps you get an ace. But that's just part of the game. You've got to be on your toes for that.
So I'm assuming an ace is when it gets really close to the net, but it goes over?
Yeah, so an ace is like a clean, either the receiver completely shanks the ball and it goes off, or it's a clean ball that just hits the floor without anyone touching it.
Number 17 with the serve. Lancaster receiving well, and wow, that was a powerful, powerful pass. Lancaster's points.
Yeah, caught York's middle blocker up there in the seam, just a bit high on her.
Diving for life.
Yeah. Really nice set there from Lancaster. I really like that setter. She's pushing it out to the pin. She's giving her hitters lots of height. Really
Number
good job there.
76 of Lancaster for the serve. A nice controlled serve there, received by the libero, who is back on the court. Number 7. Wow.
Sneaking it there through the block is Ginger. She, like I said earlier, she's really relying on shots. She's purposely there going off the hands of the hitters, trying to use that to her advantage.
And use it she did. Another point to York. We're at 13-10. Number 11 to serve from York. Received by Lancaster rather well, 82, using heights and power. And it's ultimately Lancaster's point this time.
Just lost control there. That's a tough ball for Ez to set. As a smaller setter, she can't really put her hands up and try and grab it. Just losing control, but really great defense on both sides of the net.
Lancaster with the serve, received by number 7 to 11, and back to number 7 with that powerful hit. Number 80 just chucking it over to the libero. We're on Lancaster's side. Oh, there was a block attempt, and York gets the point. For those of you just joining us, we're in Arena 1 on the second day of Roses. This is the women's first volleyball game. My apologies. Netball's next door.
Yeah, it was a great dig there from Lancaster. They just got to keep it off the net a little bit to keep it in place so they can control it and work in transition.
Number 7 with the serve, and that was out. Well, if you think about it, volleyball is a type of netball. There's a ball in a net. So
yeah.
Was I really wrong is the question. Yes, I was. Yeah. No, I was. We're waiting for Lancaster's serve now. Solid. Received by the libero. A nice set over the net, and it's a point for York.
Yeah, a low seam there, a low seam hit there from Alyssa, just taking advantage of the split in the block. Number 82 for Lancaster's taking up a lot of space in her cross court, so she's just going straight through. She's got the mismatch there, so I like the decision from Ez. She's up against a smaller blocker on the right pin, so great hit there from Alyssa.
Number 12 to serve from York, received by number 6 of Lancaster. Oh, we had a nice block there from the York player, which got them the point ultimately. 17-11 to York. And if they can keep this momentum going, I think this set might go to York, but it's still all to play for.
Yeah.
Number 12 serving. Ooh, we've got a little bit of a scramble from Lancaster's side, received by number 7 of York. To 11 to 17, who gets blocked by 82 with the high, and it's Lancaster's point.
Called a lift there on Heritage. She tried to cover herself. She was set in front of Lancaster's middle blocker there, who did a really good job being disciplined and press over the net, Eugenia Gomez.
And Lancaster returning the "you can't do that" chant that York threw at them earlier. 92 with the serve. There seems to be a lot of power in 92 from Lancaster, but just the execution on serves is not there so far.
Yeah, you really got to balance being tough, but also getting the ball in the court, because you want to give yourself that chance to work in defense.
Number 6 of York with the serve. Oh, there was a net touch, and it was a Lancaster point there. Bit of confusion.
I think the ball there actually snuck onto York's side, and she touched it twice, so double contact.
Oh. It's a tricky one.
Lancaster's libero there, poaching the ball in serve receive. She did a really good job taking that ball off one of the outside hitters. Really great pass there from number 96.
Wow, the libero from York absolutely diving for that ball, but number 6 of York unfortunately just missed the boat on that receive.
With the men as well. A bit of nerves from both sides at the start, but as you get into the groove of the game, you kind of feel your rhythm. Yeah. Lancaster's in a good offensive rhythm right now.
Number 21 of York with the serve, and it was received valiantly by Lancaster, but unfortunately it was just too powerful. No, I've accidentally given them too many points.
Yeah.
I'm using my own scorekeeper here.
That was a really nice deep float serve by Alyssa, just catching number 6 for Lancaster up. She can take a step back, choose a side, and have a better reception for that. Alyssa there yo-yoing the serve. She went deep on the first one and then caught them out, standing deep, expecting another deep serve. Took a bit of pace off it and it landed forward in the seam. So Lancaster's lib there doing a really good job trying to get to the ball, but too much heat from York on the serve.
I believe that's 20 for York now. Oh, and that was a serve. That
Another
was
ace.
For York. We're getting closer to the end game of the first set here. Again, it's all still to play for. Number 21 of York. Does not fumble the serve by any means. Number 80 of Lancaster punting it back over the net. Received by number 6. A nice setup. Received by Lancaster rather well. Number 76 returning it back over that net. Oh, and 17 just taps it over of York, but unfortunately, number 7 with the sneak attack there. Excellent point for York.
Yeah, really great read there from number 7. She did a good job getting off the net, getting a hand under it, playing off-block defense.
There's those scrappy plays we were talking about. York with the serve. And out, unfortunately.
You know what? You got to give her it. She had a good service run.
Oh,
you know,
definitely.
like there's not much you could have asked for there. More from her. Good aggressive serve. She didn't take the pace off of it. Sometimes you miss. Number 7 for Lancaster.
Up to serve.
Sarah Suarez.
Received by the libero of York. To 11. Oh, who just sets it over the net. We've got a nice... unfortunately, I thought that was going to be in, but it was an out for Lancaster.
I really like that swing, though. Good decision to challenge down the line. Just a bit too much pace ending out the back. The defenders there were... I think they made a good decision to leave it, but if it was further in the court, I don't know if they would have got that ball.
York to serve, number 17. A nice solid serve received by number 96 of Lancaster. Ooh, unfortunately actually no. I thought it was out, but no. Lancaster wins the point there. It was basically just on the outline there.
Yeah, you always say to your players to follow the ball all the way to the line, get your foot on the line so you know it's going out there. I think it was just a bit of a guess, a bit of a gamble. They just assumed it was going out, and they need that discipline there to ensure.
It happens to the best of us. Number 76 of Lancaster with the serve. Beautiful receive from York. Number 7 just casting it over that net, evading the blockers. Number 6 of York with a gorgeous bump there.
Using the hands.
91 sets it, and unfortunately 80 of Lancaster just couldn't get it over the line. And I believe this is set points for York.
Number 11, Ezgi serving here for the set.
Oh. Okay, we might not be at set point.
We're playing
actually.
best of 5, so just the start.
York serve. Lancaster are really trying to shut down as much of this momentum as possible. They do not want to lose the first set. I mean, who would? And they got a point back.
Lancaster had a really good positive block touch there. So a positive block touch is when the ball goes off your blockers, but you can still control it and then score, which Lancaster did a really good job that. The hands weren't used, they were disciplined, they were pressed over the net. Really great job there from Lancaster.
91 with Lancaster to serve. Received excellently by number 7 of York. A real dive. Oh, number 80 of Lancaster sending it very, very wide, but York were ready for it. Oh, a massive jump. Massive jump from Lancaster, but unfortunately it was out.
It was out there, but I think it was a good decision. They're trying to go deep into the corners, in between the defenders.
And it is now.
Now this is set point,
set points. Serve from number 7. Received by the number 7 of Lancaster. Oh, we've got a little bit of falling from Lancaster's side, but we got back up. Number 76 of Lancaster unfortunately hits it out, and that is York's set.
Yeah, so I think Lancaster here, they're going to want to forget this, have a short memory, new ball, new point, you know. If someone wins the first set, doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I think earlier for the men, Lancaster won the first set, and York came back and won the next 3. In this situation, Lancaster can come back and win the next 3 sets, so York's going to want to keep their foot on the pedal and, you know, stay disciplined, stay alert. Lancaster's going to have a quick memory, forget about what happened, shore up their reception, and something I'd really like to see them do more is get their middle involved. I think right now they're a bit too one-dimensional through the pins. They've had a really good blocking presence in the middle, but I think they need to get their middle more sets. Their setter, however, though, number 91, she's done an incredible job, Tess, pushing the ball out to the pin, getting her outside hitters nice looks.
We're switching sides of the court now, I believe, which is done between sets.
Yeah, so each set you switch sides, except for in the 5th set, you switch sides at 7. So because it's only going to 15, it's fair to switch it. Yeah, so I think Lancaster's going to want to keep the service pressure up. York was in system a bit too much, I think. They had all the options to run. Ezgi did a good job getting the middle involved, getting the outside involved. I think there was a few sets to the opposite, specifically in rotation 1, though. I'd like to see her maybe go backwards a little bit more and try to get her hands on the ball a little bit. In out-of-system situations, she's bump setting the ball, pushing it out, which is good, but ideally you want to get your hands on it.
Yeah, and I do wonder what is going through the minds of Lancaster's team right now and what they might be talking about in their huddle over there. Just trying to strategize, think about the ways that they can bring this
I think they've got to do what's been working, so going for the seams between the players and causing hesitation on York's side, because I think there's been a few times where players have been caught out in the seam, the seam is in between 2 players, so the ball lands in between the 2, causing a bit of hesitation. I think that's really working well for Lancaster. I think going for deep corners, especially when the outside's hitting into the deep cross, that's really working for them. So I think they've got to keep doing that and get the middle more involved. For York, I think just keep staying disciplined. They've done a really good job picking up the setter dumps, which is over on 2 from the setter. The setter's trying to catch York out, being undisciplined on their defense. I believe number 7, Yunja's done a really good job at picking those up. I think she did a one-arm stab, which scored them the point, and she had another one where she picked up the dump, and York were able to run it in transition, so set the ball on off of a dig. But yeah, excited for this next set.
Yep, number 2. Let's see what we're at.
Yeah. 91 for Lancaster's going to serve, so she's the setter. So they're going to have 3 hitters in the front row. They've got their opposite middle and outside hitter. I want to see them go to number 82. She's been good, especially on the overpasses, Eugenia Gomez.
We've got some great action already. Lancaster over to York, which unfortunately ends up in a fumble, and it's the first point out of the gate to Lancaster.
Yeah, so they went there for what's called the donut in the middle of the court. It's kind of where all 3 defenders, it's their ball. Like it's just whoever gets there first. So that caused a bit of confusion. Like I was saying at the start of the set, I think they want to cause a bit more confusion.
Lancaster with the serve.
Free ball for Lancaster.
Oh, wow. That was a very, very wide angle. Number 72 of Lancaster with that powerful, powerful hit. Number 76 of Lancaster back
nice
again with the receive. Ooh, and that is a York point.
Just squeaking it through the block is Yunja there. She's been really tricky. I think Lancaster's got to be a bit more disciplined, a bit pressed a little bit more. They can't let her use them. But really nice sets, really good transition play from Lancaster. They just got to score more.
York with the serve. Number 11 back out again. Number 7 of Lancaster. Oh my goodness, assassination attempts. Complete and utter assassination attempts.
Yeah, float serve there, catching her.
Oh my gosh. Which is followed by another
over.
assassination attempt, this time from the crowd.
York here looking to
my life just flashed
that.
before my eyes.
Not the assassination attempt, they're looking to replicate the ace. The ball just catching the outside hitter up a bit high.
York with the serve again. Number
nice
7
pass
from Lancaster receiving. A nice pass to 6, who just gets over the net. But it's received well by York. Goes through the block on Lancaster again. 82 with that forceful hit. York's number 7, unfortunately hitting it out there.
Just
but
long.
That was an impressively high jump.
I like how they got the middle involved there in the play. I think the ball was a little bit too low for her, so she had to stand. She couldn't make a full approach. She couldn't get that power. It was dug, but York with the error in transition, hitting out.
Number 6 of Lancaster to serve. Received by number 7 of York. Ooh, I believe that was a net touch violation now, which means it's Lancaster's point.
I don't know if I like that setting decision there from Ezgi. She's setting Alice right an A ball, which is right in front of her, right in front of the opposing middle blocker. She doesn't have to worry about moving. She can kind of just stay there and stay on Alice. So I'd like to see her kind of move Alice around offensively to make the Lancaster middle move to stay with her.
We had a service error just now, which means it was York's point, which means the serve is back with them. Number 7, stepping up to the baseline. A nice controlled serve from 7, received by 76, and it went a bit awry, but Lancaster ultimately won the point there.
York's just got to be better here at the simple things. Free ball like that should be taken. It should be a good ball. The setter should have all 3 options, and it should be a kill, splitting the block. There was just like a lack of awareness, and Lancaster's not going to let anything go down. So York's got to be scrappy and kind of meet that scrappy level of Lancaster.
82 from Lancaster with the serve. Number 21 of York with a very, very powerful return, which ultimately wins them the point. And for those of you just tuning in, we're in Arena 1 with the women's first volleyball. In the second set, York up 1, and the current score is 4-all. To number 12 of York for the serve. A nice front serve, and it's a win for York. Number 7 tried to get that receive, but just didn't quite work.
Volleyball in general, like highest level, like international, Olympics, VNL, all the way down to like little kids, like under 10s. The key to volleyball is serve and pass. You want to serve aggressively and get the other team out of the system, and you want to pass well. And I think York's winning the serve and pass battle here. Nice pass there from Lancaster, though.
Oh, some sprinting from 96 from Lancaster. And there was a lot of diving, but unfortunately, Lancaster won the point despite the very scrappy efforts of York.
Really nice finesse shot there, just over the top of the block by number 7. Really good tip. She's mixing up her shots, keeping York honest in defense. That was number 7, Sarah Suarez.
Oh, a powerful return rather from 21 of York. Number 7 of Lancaster just hitting it out there, which means it's a point to York.
Just long there from number 7. I like how she's being aggressive. I like how she's trying to hit the end line. Just a bit long there. Was a great set from Tesla, number 91.
Number 6 of York with the serve, received by number 6 of Lancaster, and it went into the ref box for a second.
Yeah. Diana, first ref up there, trying to play dodgeball.
And it's York's serve and York's point.
Grace Barkley serving here. She's got a really good flat float serve, so it might cause some trouble.
96 with the receive. She was right on it. Number 7 of Lancaster, just tossing it back over. 11 with the set, which went to 6, which was unfortunately not received well by Lancaster, meaning the point was for York.
Lancaster there wanting a double contact on Esgy. She set the ball there, was a bit of spin. However, when you're looking at a double contact, you can't touch the ball twice, so usually a sign of that is a bit of spin, but sometimes you can have a clean contact and the ball could spin. So Lancaster there contesting that call, but it's a judgment call. It's up to Diana, our first referee, and she thought it was a clean ball, 1 contact.
6 of York with a really nice serve there. Great return from 21 of York. And number 7 of Lancaster with that effortless little tap. Number 7 of York with the return, received by number 72. 76, just lightly setting it over the net there, keeping them on their toes. 17 with the tip. And it's still York's ball. Number 21 with a very, very powerful hit, but it was received really well by Lancaster, who ultimately won the point there.
Just painting the sideline there as Lancaster, number 72. Incredible, incredible hit there. Really making Grace Barkley, number 6, there have to be honest and play outside in with her foot on the line and going into the court, because you can get caught high if you start playing defense too far inside. Really nice swing there.
Number 7 of Lancaster up for the serve. And that was a great receive from number 7 of York. Oh, we've got number 76 of Lancaster just diving, jumping everywhere. Great effort, unfortunately to no avail. That is 9 points to York, 6 to Lancaster.
Yeah, 3-point difference here. York's going to want to increase the lead. Alyssa's at the service line. It's something to watch. She went on a service run earlier.
21 of York with the serve. A nice low receive from 96 of Lancaster. Really getting down there. Number 7 of York, unfortunately, just returning that ball out.
Touch there. The point goes to York. Yunja using the hands of Lancaster. Diane calling a touch. Lancaster's not happy with that call.
Oh, okay.
The line judge on this line here near the score table is calling it out. However, she's not standing on the baseline. That's the other line judge's call for the touch.
Serve from 21 of York again. And 96 usually on it with the receives, just unfortunately couldn't get it off.
York there taking a page out of Lancaster's book, forcing the serve in between the seam of the two players. Lancaster there having a bit of confusion. Previously, though, they've been really good in that, so they've got to stay disciplined and keep that level before, you know, keep it going.
Hesitation is killer in this game. 1 second means everything. And we're on a little timeout.
Yeah.
Once again, a momentum break.
Yeah, this sort of atmosphere as well makes it so much harder in those sort of situations, because normally you call the ball, you can't really hear anything, to be honest. Like, it's going to be really hard if someone's calling for help on a ball, if someone's saying me, if someone's saying you can't hear them. So, yeah. Really challenging there.
I think we should get them all lav mics, and they can all have their own in-ears.
Yeah.
And they can have their own little secret communication going on.
Yeah,
Number
their set
21
is
of York.
in the front row, so she might try go over on 2, though. York's been really good at that so far, as taking the first ball.
Number 96 of Lank is just on it, sprinting, diving wherever she's needed on the court.
Ooh, ball handling error there from Ezgi. That was a double contact. Her hands it didn't come out of her hands clean. But it was some ugly volleyball, to be honest. It was just ping pong back and forth at the net. No one really tried to control it. No one tried to get a swing on it. It was just kind of like swatting back and forth. You want to control it. You want to let your team play their game.
76 with the serve. And it was out.
Just long.
Power is excellent, but sometimes it needs to be reined in. That's 12-7 to York.
Heritage, number 17, back to serve for York. She's got a good serve, but York's not got the libero on Nat. Neither does Lancaster. They've got their middle in the service rotation, which is extremely rare.
Number 6 of Lancaster.
Ooh, great dig from
nice
Heritage.
Cross-court shot there. 12-72 of Lank. 91. Just an easy service over by number 6 of Lancaster. Number 12 of York with that nice hit. And, a solid block afterwards as well. But Lancaster on it. We're on York's side. A nice setup for a good old return from number 6 of York. Number 72. I thought that we were not in play anymore. Lancaster on the point there. I got confused by the netball. The whistles all sound the same.
A really interesting decision here from Lancaster. They've put their middle blocker in the back row. So number 76 for Lancaster, she's in the passing rotation now instead of their libero. Their libero is not subbing onto the court for her. I think maybe this is just to give her a little break, give her a little breather on the side. Maybe they want a short reception. They think number 76 can do that for them.
91 serving into the net. That's unfortunate.
Alexandra Fernandez, number 76. She's Spanish and Russian.
Number 11 of York with service. A nice controlled serve. Oh, excellent receive by 76 of Lank. And just a bump over to York. Number 12 with a nice light tap. Lancaster receiving readily. Number 6 hitting it back over to York's side. The libero getting in on the action. Number 6 to number 7 of Lank. 91, back to number 7 of Lank over the net. Some good setups. Oh, wow, that was a good move by number 6 of York, but the ball's still in
Net
play.
violation.
Oh.
That was a really great dig there from number 76, Alexandra. Typically, that's the libero's role. I mean, middles will play defense for one rotation when they have to serve because the libero can't serve. But she's playing back row. She's been thrown into an unusual situation. She's doing a really good job adjusting. Great defense for her.
Number 6 of Lancaster serve. Received well by number 7 of York, and my phone has dropped on the ground, which means no more score for me.
York's reception here getting a little shaky.
Exactly. I'm just worried the ball's going to fly near us again.
Yeah.
I was scared last time. Number 6 of Lank to serve again. A nice solid serve.
Ooh,
But some
net
blocking.
violation.
That was a York point.
Onto,
Was that a net touch or double hand?
Yeah, net violation from Lancaster there.
That means it's 14-10 to York currently, if my maths isn't off, which it very well might be.
Yeah, the second ref there, Matthew, it's his job to look for net violations, centerline violations, so he's keeping his eyes on the net.
Ooh, wow. Number 21 of York with a very, very, very solid shot right down the middle of the court. There was just no one there to receive it.
Yeah, really great. She's dealing with the overpass well. Nice step close. Lots of power on the ball, lots of topspin. Really great from Alyssa there. She's been great all match in all aspects of the game. Free ball passing, serving, defense as well, hitting especially, as she just showed us there.
7 of York with the serve, received by 7 of Lank. 82 with a nice dig over the net. 21 with a really excellent hit, which was passed to 12, which won York the point.
Yeah, Alice redirecting the ball there, sorry. But she's doing very well. Helen there, the outside for Lancaster in the first dig of the rally there. She did a really good job at crashing the seam. There was a bit of a hole in between the blocks, so the middle blocker hadn't closed to the blocker who is all the way on the pin there. And she did a good job getting in between there and digging that ball up. Just couldn't get the second one, though.
Number 7 of York, unfortunately, serving out.
Great leave there from number 7, Sarah Suarez. Sarah is Portuguese and she's a 4th year. She's played in the last 2 Roses.
Number 82 of Lank to serve now. Oh, that was solid and received by the libero. Number 12 with that nice easy tap over, but Lancaster received well. Number 11 of York over to the libero, who then passes it to number 7 with that nice powerful one. But number 76 of Lancaster wins that point.
Yeah, she's been doing it all in the back row, in the front row. Lancaster's been getting a lot of positive block touches, so they've been able to control balls that York's been trying to send off the block, and they've been able to score on those. Really, really hard thing to do there, being disciplined in the block, which is hard when you have to be over and you have to be over the net fast with your hands.
82 with a great serve off to the side. Received well by 21.
Ooh.
Who is on it with that block. Libero of York receiving. And an excellent pass by 21 of York, but it's just received like it's nothing by 82 of Lancaster. We're really doing quite a few wide angles, some cross-court shots.
Ooh.
And I believe there might have been a net touch. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Yeah, what? Sorry, that was an interesting call there.
Okay.
The ball hit the net. From what I saw, the ball didn't clear the tape of the net, right? So it would have been 4 contacts on Lancaster, which I think York was calling. They caught the ball, though. They should have played to the whistle, because Diane there, she saw some sort of touch off the block. She thought it was allowed the rally to continue. Lancaster recycled that, and York just caught it because they thought the point was over. You really got to play to the whistle in that situation.
We got a timeout called now, so it's a good time to welcome everybody who might be tuning in for the first time. We're in Arena 1 on York hosting Roses Day 2. My goodness, I'm glitching today. This is the women's first volleyball. We're in the second set. The current score is 16-13 to York.
Yeah, I think Lancaster's really come alive here in the second set. They've gained that confidence. They're playing very free. They look like they're having fun, which is really the most important. When you get too tense and you feel that pressure, sometimes that can you can kind of go off the rails a bit. They're having really, really strong mentality in this set, and super locked in, especially the middles, and number 7, I believe, as well, Sarah Suarez. She's done a really good job on the outside. 82
of Lank with the serve, and that was unfortunately out.
Service error there.
York's points. We've got the libero back on the court, number 96 of Lancaster, ready to do some damage, I imagine. Yeah, we've got number 12 of York for the serve.
It's a good serving rotation for York. They should look to try and keep the ball a little bit.
And that was an
just
out
long
serve.
A bit too much pace. A bit too much
calling for defense in the crowds.
Sorry. A bit too much pace there from York. Both sides are putting a bit too much on the ball, serving it out.
72 of Lancaster with the serve. A nice run-up. Received very well by the libero of York. And there was a... Ooh.
That's a backcourt setter call, though. So number 11 there, Ezgi, she can't contact the ball above the plane of the net, which is the top of the tape. So because she touched the ball and it went over onto Lancaster's side, that's an illegal play. She can do that when she's up on the net in the front row, but she can't do that when she's in the back. Libero back on for Lancaster with a great dig straight out the gate.
21 of York, they look very similar. Goes over to 76 of Lancaster, who again is just on it with these blocks, with these jumps. And unfortunately, it's hit out, which means it's a point for York.
Number 7 there, just running, trying to get it. Really good hustle into the score table. But you know what? That's something you got to do. You look at the highest levels of volleyball. People are jumping over, signs, billboards, jumping over tables.
People sometimes.
Yeah.
96 of Lancaster with a great receive.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was returned out, and York got the point.
I think Kate Georgiadis from Houston, the NCAA, have a video of her jumping over a table and saving a ball, and she lands on a ref.
Incredible.
I think number 7 for Lancaster, they're trying to recreate that viral moment.
Ooh. Unfortunately, a poor receive from 6 of Lancaster just fumbled the ball a little bit there. We're 20 points to York, 15 to Lancaster. In the second set. Yep, I'm right.
Lancaster's going to want to side out here.
Good serve from York. Great receive from 96 of Lancaster. Number 6 with the return service, back over. 72 with a great dig, which was then answered by 7 of Lancaster, right back over the net. Some nice light touches going on. Excellent ball control, received by number 7 of York. Number 17 with a great little return. And I think there was another net touch, which means...
Alyssa there looking a bit confused. I think Diane thought she was in the net, or Matthew called her in the net. I think she just went up to joust the ball. Maybe she didn't feel that she was in the net. She looked quite shocked at that call there.
Number 16, not number 16, sorry. Score 16 to Lancaster.
So Lancaster here only has 2 hitters in their front row. They've got 1 setter. She might look to go over on 2, catch York off guard. I want to see them get number 76 involved. She's done an incredible job so far.
Oh, yeah. I believe that was a double touch.
Yeah.
So that's Lancaster.
That was a shank pass there from York. They were trying to get it over on the last ball. Alyssa in a tough position. York taking an extra long huddle, to kind of stop the momentum from Lancaster, get things together, and just play the next point as if it's a whole new thing.
Great serve from 7 of Lancaster. Oh, the ball's still in play. No, it's not. Lancaster's pointing it again.
Lancaster really getting into their serving rhythm here. Some really nice float on that ball. So float is where the ball doesn't spin at all, and it makes it really hard for York's passers to track that ball to their platform, which often results in, passers making like jerk movements right before contact, which can lead to balls flying everywhere, basically, shanking the ball. But really great service run there for Lancaster. They were down. Now they're only down by 2 points. So they're going to want to go back to the service line and continue to work in defense, continue to get balls in transition, set their hitters in good positions. They've got into a bit of a rhythm now. I think York needs to break that rhythm.
And I think that's exactly what they're doing with this timeout now. We've got some nice cheering from the crowds. So far, it's been quite a clean and encouraging game, which is nice. It's not always what you see in these sorts of fixtures. So I'm glad everybody's focusing on uplifting and only lightly ribbing the other team.
Look here for number 76 out of the middle. She's done a really good job, Sasha.
7 from Lancaster with the serve. Seven with a good receive of York. 91 sets to number 6 of Lancaster, returning over the net. Number 21 with a mammoth power.
Ooh. Net touch.
Okay.
Our down ref there has seen Lancaster in the net trying to set that ball, but
21.
A lot of net touches in this game, but I think that speaks to how aggressive the girls are being at the net. They're up, they're over, they're ready to contest, they're ready to block.
They're not hesitating with
yeah,
those
exactly.
jumps.
I think sometimes it's just a sign of kind of not controlling your body, not being aware of your surroundings. But I think in this case here, the girls are really trying to save every ball out of the net. They're really trying to block everyone.
Ooh, 21 with a great serve. 96 of Lancaster, just unfortunately not quite hitting the return there. The receive, rather.
Who else with the ace but Alyssa? She's done an incredible job. Especially, she's got lots of service pressure. Nice jump float serve there.
And that was unfortunately hit out, which is Lancaster's point.
Kaylee Powers now on at libero for Lancaster.
Number 76 of Lancaster back on it. So far, one of my favorites. Some really, really solid performance this whole time, and a great serve.
Sasha, nice serve there for Lancaster.
Oh, 17 with an excellent return. York's point, which makes it 23-19 to York.
Heritage with great court vision there. She had a big block up in front of her. Number 82 did a really good job being pressed, taking lots of space. She kind of saw, I guess, out of her peripheral where she was and hit around the block. Lancaster's defense couldn't pick it up.
17 of York to serve. Hopefully following that great performance, and she does. Great reception by 7.
Ooh.
Punted over by number 82 of Lancaster. Oh, a bit of a rogue ball, I believe, hit by number 12 of York, which means it's Lancaster's point. Unfortunately, breaking up a little bit of that momentum that we just got back. Or they just got back, rather.
Yeah, York's got to be better with sending free balls. You got to get that ball in the court. You got to have it be a challenging ball, but you have to have it in the court because that allows your team to play defense. And York's done a really good job playing on defense. Good
jump serve from 91 of Lancaster. Some good return service from York.
Oh.
76 with a nice set over to 72. Oh, a great dive from the libero of York there. And 72 again with that excellent shot. The libero just absolutely going for it in terms of returning balls.
Lots of hustle.
Unfortunately, it's Lancaster's point. Number 22 of York is going for it tooth and nail.
91, Tess back to serve. She's the setter. She's American. She's a second year.
Received by 21 of York. 72 of Lancaster off, no hesitation with that block, with a great set back over the net to York. 21 with a nice, powerful hit. 82 only just hitting the ball with her fingertips on that block. And unfortunately,
another hitting arrow
ball from York, which means 22 points to Lancaster. We are getting neck and
There's some
neck
great
here.
out-of-system setting going on for Lancaster. Number 76 placing balls up for her hitters. Out of system when the setter takes the first ball, but in system, I'd like to see Lancaster setter set them a little bit inside. The balls are drifting outside the pin. That limits their options. They can't hit as many shots. So it kind of opens things up.
That was an out serve from Lancaster just then, which means we're yet again at set point for York. Again, if my maths is correct.
I believe so.
11 to serve. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. A solid serve received by 76 of Lancaster
handled.
to 91, 72, hitting it back over, received by 12. And, ooh, there was a bit of confusion there, but Lancaster won it back. 23 points to them.
I cannot sing number 76's praises enough, Sasha. She's done an incredible job. It's not her normal position to go in and play the back row. I mean, unless that's a system Lancaster's worked out, normally it should be the libero. And I think it speaks to her all-around game. She's an all-around player. Sometimes people box themselves in and they think, oh, I'm a middle, I don't have to pass. But she's done an incredible job and she's really stepped up for her team in this big moment.
We've got a lot of scrabbling. Oh, no. The Lancaster player really upset with that fumble there. Number 82 just missing that reception, and it's York's set for the taking again.
Yeah, Lancaster with a bit of a misconnection there. I think number 82 is kicking herself a bit, but sometimes those errors happen. I think you just got to have short-term memory. Next set, new set, and Lancaster should have the attitude that they want to go out and they want to reverse sweep York. They want to win the next 2 sets, force York into a set to 15 and win. Lancaster supporters really hyping up their girls, trying to get them back into the game, back excited.
We've got some real energy from the crowd now. For those of you just tuning in, we just finished off our second set, 2 sets now to York. We are in the Arena 1 of the York Sport Arena, and this is the women's first volleyball fixture. We'll see just how much Lancaster wants this win, because so far they have been hitting it right on the money in terms of their delivery, in terms of their service, but unfortunately just missing the boat by inches for both sets. Let's see if they can bring it back for this next one.
I think Lancaster's, in terms of the serve and pass battle we talked about earlier, Lancaster's doing a really good job serving aggressively. York's more out of system than they have been. They've been in more scramble situations than they have been, giving Lancaster opportunities to score. However, I do think in reception that Lancaster's passing's been a bit shaky, which hasn't allowed them to get all of their offensive options involved. I think right now their opposite's been a bit quiet. They haven't really got her going. And that's kind of allowing the middle blocker, Alice and Heritage for York, to kind of cheat into the court, kind of just focus on the middles and the outside. It makes her life, the middles' lives a lot easier. So I think diversifying the offense for Lancaster and a better first contact to allow their setter, Tess, to set all the options.
And there's going to be so much more rowdiness from the crowd now that we've got 2 sets off for York. But again, it's still anyone's game.
Yeah, reverse sweeps do happen. If you look at the national semi-final for the NCAA, number 1 team, Nebraska, got knocked off in 5 sets by Pitt. A reverse sweep.
Oof.
And that team was down in the 3rd set by a lot of points. Lancaster has a very real opportunity here to come back and to push the game to 5 sets and to win in 5 sets. Because it's a big moment. They want it really bad. They're having fun, they're playing loose. I think York's tightening up a little bit. They're making a few more errors, they're letting a few more things slip.
They came out the gate very high energy, and we might start seeing a little bit of tiredness creep in.
York can't take the 2 sets to none lead for granted, right?
No, not at all. Don't get complacent. Allegedly, number 91 of Lancaster was Hannah Montana in the hit Disney show Hannah Montana.
Wow.
I can't believe we've got a celebrity on the court.
That's crazy.
We've also got a fun fact about Eugenia Gomez, number 82 of Lancaster, tallest in the team, and broke her wrist punching a machine.
I wonder what sort of machine it was.
Me too. Number 11 of York with the serve. Ooh, we've got some nice returns from
nice
Lancaster. Number 7 with a nice little tap, but I believe there was a net touch.
4 contacts there for York. The ball just not clearing the plane of the net.
With the crowd
I said,
telling them you can't do that, as if they don't know.
I think Yunja's got to have a very diverse shot selection, and sometimes that comes with making errors. She's an undersized outside hitter, but she's really good in pass and reception, and that's really beneficial for York. There she goes with a really good hit.
91 of Lancaster had a great serve and is really on it with the returning. Oh, Lancaster dives and unfortunately hits out, which means it's 1-1.
Yunja got a lot of spin on that ball for York. She kind of gave that a little cut shot there down the line. I don't think Lancaster was ready for that, and she kind of contorted her body a bit there. But really good court vision from Yunja to see that where the block was taking away her space and the defense wasn't ready.
Sometimes it's volleyball, sometimes it's gymnastics. It just depends. Oh, a great serve from number 7 of York. Just received out. They've got some choreography over on the York side of the crowd.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have rehearsals. They probably do, actually.
They've got one of their players with the megaphone, cheerleader.
Yeah.
Rivaling.
Number 7 with the serve. Ooh, fairly low, but received quite well by Lancaster.
Oh. What a great way to make a bad set hittable. That set, I don't think Tess has done a really good job this game, but I just think that set, it was too tight, it was too far inside. And number 6 there for Lancaster, she really made the most of it. Nice, sharp cut shot inside.
6 again with a great serve, received by 21 of York, and just tipping it over the net like it's nothing.
Yeah. Into the donut there.
Oh yeah. Homer Simpson with the plays.
York's cheerleaders rivaling the Hornets and Lancaster's cheer team, maybe.
Well, don't say that, they might sting you.
Ooh.
Number 12 of York with the serve. Good receive from Lancaster. We've got some running and some diving. Number 7s of Lancaster. An unreturnable shot was returned. Oh goodness me. That was a scramble. York are starting to get a little bit frantic.
Yeah, they just got to relax in those sort of moments there. The out of system set there for York was really poor. It was really tight, really far inside. It didn't let Alyssa get her feet there. York's going to want to shore up that second contact when Ezgi's taken out. The setter for York.
76 of Lancaster to serve. The libero of York just not even letting it drop, not even once. Great receive. Number 7 of Lancaster unfortunately went a bit too hard.
I think that's the call they were looking for earlier when they caught the ball. No
Redemption.
contact, four contacts on Lancaster. No block touch there from York, but I really like the idea there of their outside hitter. She's going for hands. She's trying to hit it off their block.
6 of York with a great serve to the center. 7 of Lancaster going outside the lines to return that ball, and it was worth it. Or was it? Well, only time will tell. 7-7. 17 with a nice little tip over the fence, not fence, oh my God, the net. 72 of Lancaster with a great return. Oh, a nice little set backwards from 11, which was unfortunately just received right on the money by Lancaster.
Dump there from York.
Oh, some really nice passing, and 21 hitting it right over for York's point.
That was a beautiful swing there for number 21, Alyssa. Right into the cross court, similar to what number 7 has been doing for Lancaster, Sarah Suarez. I think right now it's kind of a battle between York's outside, Alyssa, and Sarah for Lancaster. They've just kind of both been exchanging.
Oh, number 6 with a
hits.
serve that was too neat to beat. It's another point for York. Number 6 earning the 6th point for York.
Grace Barkley there from Northern Ireland.
Repping the humble and proud nation of Northern Ireland. Oh, a dive from Lancaster that was futile, unfortunately.
Like I said earlier, Grace is one of the best servers on York's team. She's got a really flat float serve. York there, I think, cheering through the net a little bit. Diane might not like that. It might be considered taunting. Oh, just missed out. That was a really aggressive serve. I really like that. It just missed by a little bit. Lancaster there being really disciplined, ensuring the ball was out before leaving it.
Following the ball till the last moment. 72 of Lancaster to serve now. Ooh, just short of the net, which means it's York's
Soraya
point.
just missed it.
Just changing hands with serves at the moment. A bit too much adrenaline, just meaning their accuracy is slightly off, but I'm sure they will be trying to bring it back. Number 21 to serve of York. Oh, just over the net. And there's a mad scramble from Lancaster to hit it back over, and they succeed. 17 of York with, okay.
4
multiple
contacts.
touches,
Yep. Just not
Lancaster
clearing the
with point
tape.
for that.
Although I personally thought that there was a contact there. You can sometimes tell because the ball will change trajectory, especially with those sort of fine block touches as well. You can really tell what happens because the ball will change kind of directions. But it was a close call there. If that's what the referee saw, that's what the referee saw. I mean, we're back here out of the way, so who are we
Number
to
7
say?
of Lanc with
Great
a nice
serve.
low serve. Wow.
Yeah, lots of pace.
That was quite difficult to receive, but there was a valiant effort by York's number 17, I believe.
Number 7, Sarah Suarez. The bottom just dropped out of that ball, which is what you want. It kind of goes over the net and really drops down and makes it super hard for the passes for York to get underneath it and pop up a nice high ball for their setter.
A nice sheer cliff. Number 7 of Lancaster back with the serve. Let's see if we get another good one. Ooh, that was another really nice one just over the net. Received well by York, now they're expecting it. Number 7 with a great dig.
Wow, dump that from Ez. That's an interesting choice. She went up with a fist. Normally a setter will go up and they'll use their fingertips to put the ball down. She's a little bit of an undersized setter. She's a bit smaller, so she can't really get that downward trajectory, but still catching Lancaster off guard. Lancaster's got to identify that she's in the front and that she can go over on too. Because sometimes you forget, and that's kind of why you slip up in situations like that, because the over on 2 ball wasn't necessarily super aggressive and super hard.
21 with a great receive from York. 7 with a almighty slap of a return.
Nice dig from Sasha, and they convert. 76.
Lancaster's
Doing an incredible
point.
job.
9-7 to York in the third set of the game. For those of you just joining, we're in Arena 1 of the second day of Roses. This is the women's first volleyball. And York are up 2 sets. But Lancaster have the serve. Decent work by number 14 of Lancaster. Number 12 just grazing the net there, but still getting it back over for York. Lancaster, unfortunately, tried it with the kick, the very contested kick to keep it in play, but unfortunately York won that point off them.
Grace Barkley there, sneaking it through the block. She's now rotating to the front, so York's got a bigger block in the front. They've got Alice, Yunja, and Grace. For Lancaster, they might want to get their right side of their court more involved, run the middle on a slide, because then they'll have Yunja, the smaller blocker, against number 76, Sasha, who's a really big hitter, and they can hit down and over her.
We have some early celebrations here, but the ball's still in play. We've had some net grazing, but the ball, not the fingers, so we're all good so far. York with a really interesting setup. She tried to do a fake out, but unfortunately it was not very well executed.
I think that was just a poor set on York's side. The set was low, the set was tight. Especially as a smaller hitter, you want to give your hitter more space, give them a larger hitting window. So when Yunja's up there against a bigger block, she needs more space to hit around it.
Meet her where she is. 91 of Lancaster with a serve. That was really good.
Yeah, just tight there again from York. They got to really get the hitters off the net.
Number 6 of Lancaster with a great return. And a little bit of a dive to save the ball, and it's York's point.
Ed's doing a great job there, getting the ball out of the net, saving the ball out of the net. It's a super tight ball. I think she's a bit surprised herself that that's happened. She looks in a little bit of disbelief there.
Sometimes the plays are so fast and you're just acting on instinct that even your own plays can surprise. Number 7 with a great serve from York.
Great out-of-system set there. Alyssa's all over it, though, on the tip.
Good return service from York there.
Nice set. Really far out to the pin there.
And delivery from
York's is inside there. She's got to push it out, just like Tess has been doing.
Ooh.
Oh, 76.
Someone's taking a nap on the court.
Sasha.
Number 11 diving for it, and unfortunately just not quite hitting. Decided to get some shut-eye.
Really great decision there from Sasha, number 76. She caught York's defense off guard. I don't think they were expecting to go over on 2. She pushes that ball straight down to the middle of the court.
6 of Lancaster with a good serve.
Misconnection.
Number 12 just missing that connection.
When you run that sort of faster tempo offense, the timing of the hitters really has to be good. There, I think Alice was just a bit late, or the set was, something was off there. So York's going to want to fix that, because that's a very fixable mistake.
Good serve from 6 of Lancaster yet again.
Nice out to the pin there from York. And off hands. Touch
Number
there.
21 of York.
Alyssa.
One of those killer returns. We've got double megaphones on the York crowd side.
Lancaster's got a megaphone that's probably, I think it's double the size, so maybe York's countering the two small megaphones for one big megaphone, you know what I'm saying?
Which one will win? Number 12.
Out there.
Unfortunately hitting an out serve, which means Lancaster's point. Exchanging serves.
That's one of York's better serving rotations, particularly when Alyssa's back at the line and when Alice is back at the line. York does a really good job at getting Lancaster out of the system. They're going to be kicking themselves that they served that one out.
76 with a very close serve.
Nice tip.
For Lancaster.
Wow.
Number 7 of Lancaster with...
Let's go.
Oh, trying some tactics that just didn't quite pan out the way that she'd hoped. 13-11 to York currently.
I don't think the ball cleared the tape there. I'm not too sure what happened in that play. But Lancaster going to look side out. They're only down by 2. They really can get back in this game. Great pass there.
And a great receive from
Able to run the middle, but
Lancaster. Net touch.
14 there. New middle in for Lancaster, number 14. That is Natasha Lawrence. She's a middle, and she's British and Dutch. She's a fresher.
Wow.
And she's seeing the court now for the first time in the middle.
Number 6 of York, unfortunately, serving into the nets.
Yeah, York's had a lot of serving errors and rotations that they're going to want to keep serving. And Grace went on a service run, and she just put that one in the bottom of the net there. I think it's always better to miss long, because at least then you make your opponent choose to let the ball go. If you get it in the net, no one can do anything. You know, no one can decide to take it even when it's out.
Oh, number 6 yet again into the net.
Not over the net there.
And Lancaster are steadily narrowing the gap. 14-13, still to York, but Lancaster have the serve.
Lancaster's within 1 here, number 72 back.
One of the powerhouses of the team.
Yeah, that's Soraya.
The 70 lineup is just quite solid for Lancaster. The libero of York doing a great receive of that serve. Number 7 to number 7 of York. To 11 to 21 with one of those ultra powerful returns.
Oh,
number
wow.
17 tossing it back over, and the libero of 22 returning that service.
Free ball
number
for
7
York.
of Lancaster, received by number 7 of York. And 21 tried again, but
she just misses
unfortunately
it.
gets out, which means we're neck and neck.
Yeah.
Third set, Lancaster have to win this one if they want to stay in it, and they are now in it to win it.
Yeah. Knotted at 14s here. I think Lancaster's just gained a bit of composure. They've figured out the system. They've kind of settled in. They kind of know what's going on with York's team. I think York's just got to play their game, not let Lancaster affect them. Yeah. And I think as well, York's got to be ready for those scrappy plays over the ball. Lancaster's done an incredible job picking balls up on defense. I mean, York has too, but I think to the extent that Lancaster gets it over and York's not ready for it. But when York gets it over, Lancaster's ready for it. And they just keep coming at York. They're chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. And we're getting to the late end of the set here. I'd say 20 is the red zone. 20 is when you really want to lock in and go fast. So York's going to want to break away, get into the red zone, and then finish it.
Well, I think York would probably be hoping that they're not going to be in the red zone.
Well, no, they are.
No, I meant Lancaster's.
Oh, yeah. Both
Terrible
teams are going to want to
joke on
get to
my
20, yeah.
72.
I wasn't comprehending that.
No, you're all good. 72 from Lancaster with a great serve. Oh, a really nice run up from the libero of York. 21 just out the gate with the merciless returns. Number 91 with a nice clean set to number 7, but it was unfortunately out, which means York are
net violation, on
Never
York.
Mind. 15
down
to
ref
Lancaster,
Matthew.
14 to York. And that's how quickly the game can change, folks. That's how quickly the game can change.
Yeah, York's just got to settle in, take a breath, minimize these sort of errors that they can control. These aren't really errors that are like a ball, like a really, like they've hit a good ball at them, they just can't get it up. These are balls that
72,
they can let go.
Unfortunately hitting it out. Oh, and into the crowds a little bit.
Yeah.
Which means we're back on neck and neck, and number 21 is serving, which
Alyssa
means
back.
trouble for Lancaster.
Great serving rotation here for York.
And a solid one straight into the middle, and York just get the point.
They normally talk about the commentators curse in volleyball. You hype someone up before they serve and they miss it. I feel like Alyssa's proved that that's not true. Hopefully she doesn't miss this one.
Fingers crossed.
Sorry, guys.
21 again with a great
Wow.
serve. Oh,
Out of
we've got
system, saved it.
They're really rattling Lancaster with these serves now. Number 11 with the dig. Over to 7 on Lancaster's side. They're keeping it easy, they're keeping it controlled, but 14 unfortunately hits it out for them, which means York is back up.
Yeah.
And they're going to try and widen that gap as much as possible.
York's going to want to find some more consistent setting out to the pins. You're just trying her shoe there. I think they're trying to get Diane's attention. The balls are dying inside, which means the hitters are having to travel further into the court. They're going to have to get their feet there. You're going to want to push the ball all the way out to the pin, which York isn't doing well, but Tess for Lancaster's doing it really well. So Esgi's going to try and do that too. Better ball there, but it's low.
Ooh, number 7 of York. Unfortunately, just not able to make that connection. Bit too low for her.
You want to give your hitters height and you want to give them room.
You want to give them
I think
time.
right now there's been a lot of trap sets on York's side, which, to their credit, they've done a good job dealing with.
Yes.
And I think
That's the scrap, isn't it?
Esgi's been put in some hard positions, so it's hard to get the balls out to those places.
7 with a decent serve. Unfortunately, the libero was expecting it to be more powerful than it was.
Sarah Suarez there, number 7 with the ace.
For those of you just tuning in, we're in the 3rd set. York are up 2 sets, but we are 17-17. It's anyone's game.
Sarah here sprained her ankle in her first game as captain.
Oh, wow. That's a way to start a season. 7-7.
Oh, great save there from Esgi.
Number 22, the libero, with some really solid hits. Number 14 of Lancaster, keeping it controlled, learning from her previous mistakes.
Wow.
Oh, that's a York
Yunja,
point.
she's playing really big, so when you play small, you can be tall, and if you bring your elbow down or you can sometimes play smaller than you are. Yunja's quite small. She's playing bigger than she is. She's getting up. She's getting over the net. She's being disciplined. She's got her elbow high. She's making good contact on the ball, and that's all you can ask for an undersized outside hitter. She's done an incredible job this game.
York are just going tit for tat. They watch Lancaster get a point, and they say, absolutely not. No, you don't. Give it back to me.
Substitution here for Lancaster. Eugenia back in for Lancaster. She had some really good positive block touches, some good blocks, some good hits earlier in the first and second set. I think they're bringing her in for a bit more size. She's a bigger blocker, so that's going to give York some problems, especially Alice in the middle. She's been stuffed a few times by number 82.
Number
there
7.
she goes.
Oh, number 82 yet again with a really
Eugenia.
difficult to return hit, but
Wow.
York get it right out. Number 91 with a good set, which rattles number 6 of York and
Not it up.
ultimately wins them back the point. I think we're going to be going neck and neck for the time being. And we're approaching that red zone. But will it be red or will it be white?
That is the question.
Only time will tell. Lancaster serving. A nice controlled, steady serve from 82.
Great first contact there from Alyssa. Alice on the C behind the setter. Oh, hesitation.
Hesitation kills. That's 19-18 to
Yeah.
Lancaster now.
Lancaster's really gotten into it now.
Why are they saying USA?
I believe the players from the USA. Although here I see that she's Spanish.
Right, so it's anybody's guess.
Yes.
82 of Lancaster.
Maybe it was the setter. The setter Tess is from America, I believe.
Okay, there we go. We've solved the mystery, folks.
Although it was Eugenia with the kill, so I don't know why the... oh, another hesitation for York.
And we are
They're gonna wanna
now
tighten up
in
these
the
errors.
red zone.
Yes.
Lancaster with 20 points.
Oh, timeout here for York, trying to break the momentum, silence the Lancaster crowd a little bit.
We've called a timeout. Yeah, this is a good tactic just to make sure that Lancaster don't start feeding off of that momentum that they've gotten.
I think this is kind of a flip side of what we saw in the first 2 sets. I think York needs to chill out a little bit. They need to play calm. They need to have fun.
They need to play like they know that they've got this.
Exactly. I think right now they're playing tight. They don't want the ball. They should want the ball. You know what I mean? I think they're trying to hope that someone else will take it from them. One of their teammates.
Please, no,
but they need to take charge, especially the libero in the backcourt. I think Nat needs to take charge of that ball and that call out her own. She's done an incredible job on free balls specifically, but I think just letting that sort of thing slip. Nat there trying to get the crowd involved, the libero for York.
Not that we need any encouragement for the crowd to be involved. They've been very, very consistent
82
in cheering everybody on.
Yeah. Eugenia back to serve. She's had some good serves so far in this game.
Some nice balls spinning
Out
right
system
before
for
that
York.
serve. 7 with a
nice covers.
Jump.
Miscommunication there. from York.
21 points to Lancaster now.
See, when you have that sort of like that set where it's not super defined, that could have been a really inside ball to the opposite, or it could have been a ball that's kind of drifted for the outside. You really got to define your set so your hitters know who's going for it.
82 of Lancaster with the serve again. Great
pass
receive by 21.
to Alice in the middle.
Ooh.
Oh, tip down.
12 of York with the save of that point.
That was a really great decision there from Alice. Number 82, Eugenia, was in the backcourt for Lancaster. She's only in the backcourt for one rotation. There was no libero. She recognized that, and she just ran into the court, and she put it short, so she'd really have to work to get into the court.
11 with a great serve.
Oh, ace
and
there.
It's hit out. They're clawing it back.
York crowd's feeling it.
Tit for tat. That's what we've been saying this whole game. 20 to 21. Lancaster still have the point lead, but York have the serve. Oh, the atmosphere is electric, and that was a good serve off the net.
Over on two. York had been so good at reading that from the set of test, 91 in the first few sets. But here she is. She's kind of recognized that they've had that sort of shift, that they're not super ready for those scrappy balls over. Taking a look, sending it over on two, recognizing that. Now she's rotating to the back. Lancaster's got three options up front. 76.
91 from Lancaster with a great serve. Unfortunately,
a serve.
Just bounced off of the libero's arms. Point for Lancaster. They are now 3 points up. York are locking in.
Extra long huddle for York. They might get time delay there.
Service into the net from Lancaster, which means York have the serve now.
Lancaster's going to want a quick side out right here so they can bring up set point for themselves.
It's 7 for serve. This should be interesting. 7 has been a great jumper this whole game. And that was a really solid serve.
Great set.
Ooh,
into the seam again for York in the deep seam. To Eski's ball. Just a bit of hesitation there.
And it's set point for Lancaster.
We spoke about this at the start. They've got to get the opposite involved. They've got to get all their options involved. This set, Tess has done an incredible job at getting her hitters involved. The middles have been going off. The opposite there we've just seen. The outsides have been more quiet, but I think that's good because they were depending on them a lot in the first two sets.
And we don't want them getting overtired. Oh, and York get the point because we've served into the net.
York here wanting to work in transition, dig a ball, get a point.
But it's number 12 of York with the serve, who's not been super consistent, so we'll see whether she can hold up to the pressure here. Oh, and it's a great serve. I'm sure she's breathing
the middle as a free ball.
York with
Grace getting there.
Sketchy receive, but they got it back over the net, and that's all that counts. Number 7 with a nice little tap over, but York were ready for it. Number 21 with
touch off the
scary,
block.
scary hit. And I believe that's York's point.
23-24. York's going to look to tie it up here. Lancaster's going to look for a quick side out to close the set up and push it to 4.
And it's again on number 12. I do not envy her. Oh, and we're in the timeout.
See, this might be a coach's timeout, to throw Alice off her serving game. She's going to have to go into the huddle, come back out. A lot of things to think about, disrupt the rhythm.
Any predictions?
Any predictions? I don't know. It's a close game. And the crowd's really involved. Both sides, Lancaster and York. I think it favors the siding out team. However, Lancaster's been shaky in reception, so it's whether they can get that good reception and side out immediately, or if they're going to be out of system and give York a chance with a free ball.
And we're back on the court now. This might be one of the last points of the game, or it could lead us into another set.
They've got Sasha, number 76, in the front row. She's been really good. 72, the opposite. She's been really good.
12 with another good serve.
Shank pass. Heritage with the bump
number
set
17.
out to Grace.
Oh. With a nice cross-court shot there. Number 72 of Lancaster with an interesting chest pass, it seemed. Number 11 with a nice
Free ball.
return over to Lancaster's side. And oh my goodness, Lancaster has just won their first set.
Lancaster's won
Which
the
means
set.
we're going to 5, baby. We're going to 5.
We're going to 4. We might go to 5. No,
Oh, this is true.
this is the third set, so we're going into 4 now.
Of course, of course.
Lancaster's going to look here to push for the reverse sweep. York's going to look to keep their foot on the gas, gain back the composure they had in the first 2 sets, and kind of kill the momentum from the Lancaster crowd, you know, shut them up a little bit.
The crowds are losing it. They are, wow.
It's super loud in here, guys.
They're really, really going for it. I imagine York are more than just a little bit miffed at not being able to grab that straight set win.
I think it's, you kind of see those points that you missed that you definitely could have got. It wasn't, I think it was super even in the sense that no team was like really killing the ball. A lot of the errors for York were what allowed Lancaster back into that set, but back into the game. So I think York's got to minimize those errors. Lancaster's got to continue to exploit them, exploit York's weaknesses, and continue to play scrappy. Lancaster's played some great defense this game.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm really interested to see what the Liberos have to offer for this next set, because number 22 of York has been shocking and jiving all over the place.
Yeah.
And you do have to wonder when her endless amounts of energy are going to be depleted.
Yeah.
But seemingly not so far. And I imagine the pressure of being able to win this set, this next one, and securing the win for York is going to drive her all the way.
This is her final year, so I think she wants to get the win. I think no matter if she's tired, whatever, both teams, they're going to feel fatigued, they're going to feel tired. These sets, they haven't been blowouts, so both teams have been going back and forth a lot. It's taking a lot of energy out of them. I know York as well hasn't used subs. I think Lancaster's given people a little bit of a break, but both teams are going to be very tired, and they're going to have to stay disciplined when they're tired. I really think that right now, that might be getting to York a little bit. Lancaster's kind of bringing that fresh energy, this
Yes.
fresh vibes.
I think that York have been relying quite a lot on number 21, number 11, and number 7 as well.
Yeah.
And I worry for them, but they probably don't need my thoughts and prayers because they've got the skills.
Yeah.
Got some nice crowd encouragement from Lancaster's side.
Some key players to watch out for Lancaster here, both middles,
Ooh.
76 and 82, Eugenia and Sasha.
I'm
Sarah,
still so
number
perplexed.
7.
I'm still so perplexed by this USA chant.
Well, I think they're supporting Tess being from the USA, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're just big supporters
Maybe
of
they just got confused as to where they
US.
are. Maybe they
Yeah.
think this is New York, not York.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe the atmosphere is so good they think they're at VNL. Volleyball Nations League starting soon. Maybe they got confused. They think they're watching
Of course.
USA.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Easy mistake to make
Yeah.
when it's this tense. Number 91 of Lancaster.
When the level of volleyball and defense is this high, you might be mistaken for an Olympic team.
91 with a great serve. Received really well by York, but unfortunately number 12 of York just not able to get it right over that net.
I like-
the first point goes to Lank.
I like Ez there trying to get her middles involved early, but we've got a lineup change here. Grace Barkley, the opposite, is out. Heritage, the middle, number 17, she's now slotted into opposite. That's her secondary position. So they're going to look for more offensive production from the right side of the court. I think York's done a good job from the outside, much like Lancaster in the first few sets, but they've got to diversify now.
York just grabbing that point back from Lancaster with number 11 to serve. Nice thwack, but it was in. Number 7 not following the cardinal rule of follow that ball. And I'm sure she's kicking herself a little bit for it.
Line judge has got a tough job. I mean, the green and the blue, the green lines of the blue floor, that is not
It's
super
not
easy to
particularly
see.
friendly.
It's not particularly an easy court to play on.
No. 11 with another good serve received by 97, the libero of Lancaster. Oh my goodness, that was powerful.
That was on the line there.
And it was on the line, which means number 6 just secured an excellent point for Lancaster. It's 2-2 in the 4th set of the women's first volleyball. What do you think? Is this going to 5 sets, or is York going to
I don't know. I
here?
think it could be, potentially.
I have a sneaking suspicion.
Yeah,
that
Lancaster's done a good job to get back into this. They've really changed their mentality, changed their offense. They're a lot more diverse, changed their serving, way more consistent, better passing.
Ooh, number 6 with a decent serve there. The libero being quite rattled. And once again, I do like the sort of succumbing to sleep that they do when they dive and miss the connection.
Dolphin dive.
Dolphin dive. And just taking a quick 40 winks before the next play.
I think York's got to serve tougher. Lancaster's in system. They can run their middle blocker. They've got to make their offense more one-dimensional.
6 of Lancaster with a great serve there. Number 17, I think net touch.
4 touches.
4 touches.
Ball from Heritage there, not clearing the tape.
Number 6 of Lancaster. Ready with another serve. Number 7 of York with a great on the money receive. 97 of Lancaster to 91 to 7. And unfortunately, they tried to receive that spike. It might have gone out, but we'll never know because it's Lancaster's point.
Yeah, split in the block there. Alyssa tried to crash the seam, but I just think that York's got to put Lancaster in tougher positions. Right now, they can run all of their headers in the front, and it's stressing out York's block. They're leaving holes. York's defense can't pick it up.
We're in another timeout.
Momentum break here with the timeout. I think York's going to look to try to get composed, get focused. I think they're a little frazzled right now. The Lancasters managed to come back in this situation, which is a hard situation to come back from.
Yes, definitely. I am so interested to see how these next few points are going to go, because I think it's going to secure whether or not York are going to be in the right headspace for the end game of the set. It's going to be a tough one. Number 6 of Lancaster again with the serve.
Nice high serve there.
Good one received by number 7 of York.
Oh, it's out.
Number 17.
York missing the easy plays here.
Another serve from number 6 of Lancaster. A nice solid serve received by the libero of York. 17 with a nice little tip over the net, but unfortunately Lancaster were ready for it. Oh my goodness. I thought York were going to bring that point back, but it's Lancaster's win yet again. The score is currently 7-2 to Lancaster.
Yeah, it's kind of
2-1 to York in terms of sets in the 4th set of the game.
not the start that York's going to want. They're going to have to claw back out of this hole.
The women's first volleyball are not to be played with. Another great serve received by York.
Great cover.
And a decent block from number 76 of Lancaster.
Poor out of system set there from the middle for York.
72, just tipping it over the net there. York ready to receive. A nice punt over the net by number 12. Ooh, that was almost out. But it was just shy of the line there. And
another
Lancaster
dump
once
there.
again bringing the point back.
I think they might think Jordan Poulter's in the building with that USA setter chant.
It is really confusing me. Number 6 won again. A great solid serve and a great reception from York. Number 21 with a nice high set. Number 72 legging it. And number 97 of Lancaster, unfortunately, just returning it out. Which means it's York's point.
York's going to take a sigh of relief there.
York has been wanting that serve back for many turns. Now it's number 7 from York with the serve.
Poor pass out of system for Lancaster. Will they?
Ooh,
Into the net, full contact.
Number 7 trying with a nice spike, but just hitting the net.
It's a great example of what York needs to be doing. Tough serves, out of system, forcing the ball to the outside and forcing Lancaster to make the errors.
Another good serve from number 7, received by 97 of Lancaster quite well.
A little bit of confusion
We've
there.
got a bit of fumbling over on Lancaster's side, but they did manage to get the ball over the net. Number 7 of Lancaster with an excellent block, shutting down number 17's shot. We've got a nice setup for an excellent cross-court spike.
Sharp cross-court shot there from
number
Alyssa.
21, one to watch, for sure.
Lancaster's libero there, a bit too far into the court. She got beat to the line. She should be playing outside into the court rather than inside out, because it's really hard to move back when that ball's going to the line as opposed to diving forward to save something.
Number 7 with another solid serve. Again, 97 just on it with receiving. 72 with a nice firm hit being received and returned by number 17 of York. Number 7 with a nice light tip right over the net. Number 21 with a nice, again, cross-court shot. That's quite deadly, but Lancaster were ready for it this time.
Outside the aerial
touch
there. Lancaster player with a hitting error. It was a hard position to be in. Alyssa had given a really, really hard, sharp cut shot. Lancaster's got to control that. York's very much back in this now, 6-8, just down by 2 points. When you think about it, they were down 2-8, 3-8, and now it's 6-8. So
yeah,
doing a good job to come back.
Just listening for a second to the chants going on in the crowd. And Lancaster, of course, turning the Yorkshire chant into something that we cannot repeat on air.
Yeah.
Apologies if you are hearing that.
York keeping it classy with the chants.
For now, somewhat.
I have seen some kids around, so hopefully they're covering their ears.
Or they're learning new vocabulary.
Yeah, exactly.
After all, this is a learning institution.
Yeah, exactly.
And linguistics is a thriving department at University of York. So
Last year's middle blocker for the women's team spoke several languages in the she did the linguistics degree.
And I'm
Missing this
sure
year.
she was able to get off some swear words in other languages that nobody else was going to understand. That is a great advantage of being bi, tri, or polylingual.
Yeah.
Is just being able to cuss someone out and have them not know.
Yeah, volleyball's a very international sport.
Yes. 76 of Lancaster with a great serve there. Ooh, and
Overpass
tip
handled
from 82.
Overpass handled there by Eugenia. She's from Spain. We've got people from Lancaster, from Romania, from Russia,
We're all over
Italy,
Europe.
Germany. I think York's got Nigeria, Hong Kong, Brazil, Singapore, Philippines.
All over the world, Mr. Worldwide, Dali.
Exactly.
Another great serve from 76. Ooh, a nice cross-court shot
Great
from
dig.
21, but once again, they've now sort of cottoned on to her tactics. But it doesn't matter, because sometimes shots are just too powerful to get off. Lancaster with another point.
Just missing the tip there. 6-11, Lancaster leads.
And for those of you just joining, we are in Arena 1 on the 4th set of the women's first volleyball. York have 2 sets, Lancaster have 1. It's Lancaster's serve, and they are winning 11-6 this set. Got a little dancey dance on the serving line from number 76. Lovely to see. People are still having fun despite the immense pressure.
Ming Di coming in for York on the opposite to hit some balls. She's got a heavy, heavy arm.
24 with a nice return over to Lancaster's side. 72 of Lancaster really trying to catch York off guard with a little tip.
Oh,
And Lancaster
pushing it
with
down.
another point. 82 with
Eugenia.
that vicious block. They've doubled their points. 76 with maybe another killer serve. We'll find out. The libero with a great reception. 21 with another forceful hit. And number 7 hitting it over the net. Unfortunately, number 7 of York not quite catching that connection.
I think York's just got to take a mental reset. They've got to get some momentum going into the next set, and they've got to start off fast.
I wouldn't be shocked if I was about to call it. I really wish I had said it beforehand. It would have been so cool.
Yeah, York's got to manage their games to 5, so it's a really good idea to kind of break up the game into smaller segments. You'll be the first 5, first 10, first 15. I think York's just kind of let it get away from the bit. Less communication, more scrambling, less in system. Lancaster's more in system. Led, of course, by Tess, their setter from the USA. As Lancaster's made it very apparent.
Yeah. We're back on the court after that short intermission. I guess they wouldn't call it an intermission. That's very musical terminology. The timeout has ended either way. 76 being called to do an ace. Oh, but number 7 of York was quick on that receive. Number 21. Oh, wow. Number 76 really went for that dive there, but unfortunately didn't quite make the connection, which means York is back up on their feet, celebrating, getting that serve back. It's number 12's serve now. We'll see if the service... It's received well.
I think they need to start going away from 76. I know she's not a libero, but she's handling the ball so well. Great set there from Eski to the seam in the ball. Oh, it's saved, tracked down.
Again with that sprint. An incredible save. Number 21 from York, trying valiantly. Oh my gosh. Number 82 from Lancaster, saving that ball, keeping it in play for as long as possible. Yeah. Number 7, unfortunately, just grazing the net there, shutting down that spike and winning the point for York.
Yeah, number 7 there. She's just trying to go a bit too far down, trying to hit too steep. The set was low. She's got to recognize that and adjust.
Number 12 again with the serve. Hoping she stays consistent. Yeah, unfortunately into the net. Unfortunately, not the greatest serving rotation for York. Now number 72 of Lancaster up to the plate. There's no plate, this isn't baseball. Oh, a nice little skip and a hop for that serve from number 72 of Lancaster. Received quite well by York. 76, solid and steady, ready for that receive. Number 7 of York punting it over the net. Oh. It was a bit of taunting and jeering from York there. It was a bit rude, personally. I wouldn't take it. That's York's point. They are now 9-14, still to Lancaster.
York's crowd trying to get the girls back into the game, show their support.
Trying their best to shake the Lancaster players, but they seem ready as ever. Number 6, number 6 was so ready but called that out as soon as she saw it. Number 15 points now for Lancaster. For those of you just joining, we are in the 4th set of the first women's volleyball in Arena 1 of the York hosting Roses. It is a quite tense and very electrified game at the moment. We've got Lancaster serving, number 7, who has been a nice spitfire for the team. Unfortunately serving out, which brings York's total up to 10.
Lancaster with the service error. They're not going to be wanting to give those 3 points out. Alyssa back to the service line. That's not who you want to see back there.
Uh-oh, yeah. I only just processed that. Uh-oh. Number 21 with a tricky serve, but number 76 of Lancaster
Free
does
ball
not care.
to York.
A nice fake out from number...
Great swing there, down the line. Just squeezing it past. The block hadn't given her much room.
Number 10.
Great court vision from number 7, Yunja, I believe.
But number 10 from York with a nice little fake out there.
Yeah.
Number 10 is not a player that we've seen much on the court today.
Yeah, Anna Berry. She's a left-handed middle, so that's something to look out for. Normally middles are right-handed. And that's an ace for York. Momentum shifting. It's 12-15 Lancaster lead, but York's getting back into it.
Tricky one, and a rare fumble for number 76 of Lancaster. Just not following that ball. And another serve from number 21, who might just bring all the points back to York. Who knows? 76 was ready that time. She said, not again, not me. Oh, a nice shot
great
from
dig.
82. Received really well by York.
In the deep corner from Yunja. Great job. Undersized outside hitter.
Is going off.
She's really showing a really diverse range of shots here. Deep corner, off the hands, down the line, sharp angle, cut shot, tip. She's done it all today. Super crafty hitter. I wouldn't be surprised
if we were seeing a timeout in the next few plays. 21 with another killer serve. Oh,
wow.
Unfortunately, 6 just couldn't handle it.
Alyssa putting in some work at the service line. York telling Lancaster that they saw them shank the ball. I think we know that.
Rough. It's rough. I wouldn't want to be there. Yep, there's the timeout.
Timeout there from Lancaster, breaking the momentum.
When 21 is in the serving rotation, it's just lights out.
Yeah, it's trouble for Lancaster. I think it's also given York some more confidence, you know? They're swinging lights out right now. They're not being afraid to take big rips at the ball.
Oh,
they're not being afraid to have the ball given to them, which I think earlier in the set they were.
Yeah. Once again, apologies for the foul language in the crowd. We do not condone it, but it is a little bit funny. Just kidding, no, it's not. It's very serious, actually. We're getting back on the court now after that timeout. There's some celebrations already, but is it premature? Number 21 will tell us. York serve. Oh yeah,
comes.
Yet another solid
out,
receive
well
by 76 of Lancaster. Oh my
wow,
goodness.
Blocked by Anna Berry. She's come in and made an immediate impact.
It's 15 all in the fourth set. York are up 2, and they have now evened the score. With 21 still on the serving line, Lancaster are probably starting to shake a little bit. But 76, solid as ever with a great receive. 91-6, hitting it right back over. 24 with a nice setup and a cross-court shot there. 72 of Lancaster with a great receive. Number 21 receiving for York's end.
Good block touch.
A nice little slap back. And it's still going and it's staying high, it's staying up. Some great receiving work from York.
Short there.
Some good
the
blocking off as well. Number 76
on two.
with the dives. Number 76 with the dives.
Great court vision there from Tess to put the ball over on 2. York were really waiting for that hard-driven ball from Sarah Suarez on the outside.
Oh, and
she's been their go-to hitter.
Oh, for sure. Oh, 76 back up at the front. Uh-oh. An 82 on service. She's been quite consistent with serves today, if memory does serve me. Received well by the leader of York. 21.
Wow.
Killer hit. 82
out of the back row.
Handle it. Tit for tat.
Yeah. Getting the outside out of from the back row, it's really integral to the offense. It's been a big part of the men's game for a long time. It's getting more popularized in the women's, especially at the lower levels. Utilizing that back row attack, super important. It creates more stress on the opposing blockers. And Alyssa there doing a great job cross-court around the block.
Number 10 with a serve. Haven't seen much of her, as I said before. That was a solid service.
Ooh.
Returned by number 24 of York. Number 7 with a nice shot over the net. I almost said fence again. 76 with those leaps, those bounds.
Ooh, out of bounds there.
And it's a point for Lancaster.
Just trying to attempt to go for hands, looking for a touch, but Diane says no. And so do the line judges.
91 of Lancaster with a serve now. A good solid one. Received well by number 21. Number 12, back on it. Back on it.
A really good positive block touch there, but Lancaster not able to convert. They're going to be kicking themselves a little bit there.
My scoring is, yes, there we go. We're at 17
17s all. 17s. 17s all.
Number 11 with a great serve. 97 receiving.
She's going to push it all the way out. It is, but it's low.
Lancaster.
Tip. Nat takes out a system down the pipe.
21
touch off the
again.
block, and Alyssa.
Gosh, it's brutal watching it. Oh no, we've got another chant from York. Lord knows just how devastating it must be to the self-esteem of the Lancaster players. Just kidding, they are completely unrattled. The number 11 is up for the serve again. Number 6
pass
receiving
on
well.
on two, but handled up.
Oh, 24
Shoved
with
over.
that nice little tip.
Free ball for York.
76.
Out of system though.
Still at the front. Number 7 to number 7. 91 to 6.
Oh, off the block, just snuck through there.
all currently, and number 6 of Lancaster serving. Looking a little bit nervous. But nerves did not rattle
Great pass
her.
there.
Yeah.
Ming
24 of York has
And
been
down.
quiet but steady. But it didn't matter because Lancaster sunk that one. We're on 19 for Lancaster.
If you're looking for an update on the Roses score, it's Lancaster 151 points to York's 117.
But this game could turn the tide slightly.
Yeah, 4 points up for grabs here. It's a first team event.
Lancaster with another point, which is putting them back in the red zone. Fun fact, red is a very popular dish in Ghana. It is a type of tomato rice. We have many tomato rices. Had to put in the Ghana mention.
Substitution here, Heritage back in for Ming Di.
Return of the Niger. Waiting on Lancaster's serve.
Yeah, Lancaster serving now. Great pass from Nat.
12 with a nice receive and return to Lancaster's
Tip
side.
covered by Esky. Nat's
Libero
there, it's a
with
free
a nice
ball.
dive.
Will it go over? Yes, it will. All the way to the outside.
91
Too
to
far,
7.
it touches the antenna. And York get the point. It's getting close. In the red zone now.
They're trying to claw it back, tit for tat. It's been like this the whole game. Wonder what the refs think of all of these chants.
Yeah. Diane, I think she's ref Roses before, so I'm sure she's used to it.
Yeah.
She refs a lot of high-level volleyball here in England, so I'm guessing she's used to the loud sounds.
You'd have to be.
Yeah.
Number 7 of York with a great serve. And York ultimately winning that point, which takes it to 20
York crowd
all.
getting hyped.
So we're now in the pink red zone. So many color combos today.
Yeah, we've got white, blue, green, purple, red,
Gold and
black,
Or was it white and...
grey.
No, wait, hold on. Isn't it... Was it black and blue and white and gold?
Oh, like the dress.
The dress. Taking it right back to whatever year it was when that came out. Is that a Lancaster point? I believe
Whether
so.
you see the dress as black or blue and white or gold,
White
we can
and
all see that
gold.
ball is out.
It was white and gold, by the way, if anyone cares.
It was black and blue.
No.
Definitely black and blue.
76 with another serve. Oh, yeah. Solid,
great pass.
received by the libero. 21 with another killer
Wow.
shot, but it was
kick
saved by number
save.
6. The ball is still in play. Number 91 to 72, a nice tip
blocked.
over, but 21 shut it down.
Alyssa's above the net, but an
21
incredible
all.
effort from Lancaster. What an incredible kick save.
21 taking us to 21
21
points for
all. It's a super close game here in the red zone.
This has happened for 3
Yeah.
out of 4 sets.
Yeah.
Fun fact, 21 has been either in service or the one that scored the point for the 21st point.
Yeah. Wow, I haven't been keeping track of that, but
Number 12 with a serve for York. Let's hope the nerves don't crush her. And she gets it.
wow, a system there from Lancaster. Oh, too tight, too tight.
But 72
but York,
doesn't care.
Oh, York gets it up.
Flicks it back over. 17
Wow, York
with
sends
a
it
nice
over.
set.
Low ball though. It's over on 2. Saved.
Ooh.
Oh wow!
Oh my
Great
goodness.
job, great hustle from Ezgi.
York saving it from being out of bounds.
Oh.
But 82 tips it over and gives the 22nd
What a great hit
point to
there.
Lanc.
Eugenia doing a great job, 82. Tess getting the middle involved, keeping York's blockers honest, and she's just gone over and down to the court. OT over the top of the block.
72 with the serve again. I'm looking for the
Soraya.
captain. Number 7 is the captain, by the way, of Lancaster's team. Has been playing a really consistent game so far. I'm sure is very proud of the team's efforts so far as well. 72 with a great return. Number 21
Wow.
from York, refusing to let that ball drop, proverbially and literally. Team captain passing it back over to York's side. Number 17 hitting a nice strong shot.
Wow, great dig
York
there from the
just
libero.
saving that ball from dropping.
Wow.
With number 17 securing the point for York.
Heritage,
22 all.
she's been such a versatile player for this team. She can play outside hitter, she can play opposite, she can play middle. In this game, she's played 2 positions.
We
She's
love
come
an
on.
all-rounder.
Yeah. She can really do it all, much like 76 for Lancaster.
And make sure you stick around for whenever this game ends, because we will be doing post-match interviews. I absolutely hope I'm going to get to talk to 76 of Lancaster and also 21 of York, because they have been incredible thus far and will continue to be, I'm sure. 82 from Lancaster, doing a great tip over. 21 with that mammoth shot once again, but
crashing
number
the seam,
6
yeah.
of Lancaster said absolutely not. Oh, gorgeous.
Alyssa just can't get it over the net. Block's too big for Lancaster.
For those of you just tuning in, we're in the women's first volleyball match. We are in the 4th set currently, and it is anybody's game, but Lancaster are up the point and they have the serve. Score 23-22.
Sarah Suarez back to serve, the captain. She's number 7. She's done a great job from the service line. This is one of Lancaster's best serving rotations.
For sure.
So York's on a quickly side out here.
And they look ready, but are they? The libero once again hitting that dig off right where it needed to be.
Oh, falls in
21.
between.
Once again clawing that point back for York. They said, we're not letting go of this yet. And it's 21 serving.
Oh, here comes Alyssa from the service line.
Lancaster, good luck. 76 again with that solid reception.
Oh,
We're
saved.
just flying about now. 72.
Oh,
with
hits
it.
the aerial.
Tricky set.
Point for York. And it's game point.
Set and game point for York.
York's going to look to close it out here on the service of who
Oh,
else
21.
but Alyssa.
Oh. Folks, I cannot stress enough just how stressed I am about all of this right now. Number 7, the captain of Lancaster, trying desperately to keep this ball in play for as long as possible. And York wins the game.
Rose. York wins this Rose's match.
It's an incredible win for York.
It's a complete turnaround from last year. Both
Wow.
first teams lost last year. This year, both first teams win.
Unreal levels of pressure, unreal levels of skill.
Both in 4 sets. Both a 3-1 win to York, men's and
Incredible.
women's, or open and women's.
I'm sure they are absolutely buzzing. But Lancaster should not despair because they have just played an incredible game.
Yeah, they were really, I'm not gonna lie, they weren't doing too hot at the start, but they really brought it back in. They really worked together. They leant on each other as a team.
They used the power of friendship to their advantage.
Honestly, specifically like the captain, number 7, 76.
Keeping everything together, being the glue of the team.
Their setter as well, Tess. All three of those people really, they stood up. You know what I mean? Like they met the moment.
They were solid. They were consistent.
They really gave York a challenge.
Yeah.
What a way to end it.
Wow.
Stick around, guys. We've got a post-match interview coming. Hopefully we get to speak to the one and only Alyssa.
Of course.
She's only
the killer of the match.
Yeah. So she's played middle before as well. So she's not just an outside hitter. She's a transfer student. She's doing her semester abroad from Singapore.
Wow. Okay.
So
excellent.
I think that's for Alyssa, the MVP chance.
Yeah, so my MVPs are decidedly 21 from York and 76 from Lancaster.
Yes.
They've just been incredible.
76 from Lancaster, just a complete all-around player. She's done an incredible job, especially stepping up when the libero was off the court.
Oh, for sure. Just there, ready to receive. As there is a bunny in the crowd.
Oh, that would be Samuel So.
Whom?
He wore the same outfit for Women's One's last YSTV produced match against Coventry, I believe. But he has inflated that.
I'm glad the Easter Bunny has sort of returned.
He's stuck around.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, we've got more volleyball coming tomorrow as well. The second teams.
Goodness, there's more.
Yeah, the second teams for the first ever time are competing for Rose's points.
Wow.
So before this, they've only ever been exhibition fixtures. So super, super important for volleyball. Hopefully the first team players come out and cheer them on as well.
Oh, for sure.
York's going to hope for the same result. Lancaster's going to look for revenge against the first teams.
They'll be out for blood.
Exactly.
We're not sure what color roses are just yet, but blood certainly is red.
Yep.
And I love the end of volleyball matches, not because they're over, but because everybody comes out
because they're over.
I love it when the game ends. No, but I do love when they all practice their shots and it's just a bunch of people having fun and enjoying the game.
Yeah, I know for York as well, I don't know if Lancaster uses the college system, but York has a lot of college players who are super involved with the uni teams. They come out and support.
Yeah.
We've got some players from Vanbrugh here. We've got some players from Constantine.
And Alcuin, I believe.
Alcuin too.
Shout out Alcuin, my college.
Yep.
Supposedly the quiet college, but I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
My flat clearly didn't get the memo.
You've proved that wrong.
No, weirdly, no, you'd think, but off the mic, I do retreat into my shell quite a lot. I am going to have to take probably 6 years worth of naps in the next few weeks in order to recover from roses, as I always do.
Yeah, real. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to need some naps, but first I'm going to have exams. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'm in the third year doing my dissertation, and I was like, do you know what?
Yeah.
Instead of doing my reading or like writing essays and stuff like that, who's got time for that? Let's go do some commentating.
Yeah, I know a lot of these players, Lancaster too, I'm sure, they've got to balance their trainings with their exams. Most of my exams have been released the week before Roses, so you got to balance going to the library, going to the gym, to get your coursework done or prep for your exams. I'm sure Lancaster's in the same boat, so it really speaks to the commitment of these athletes to not only be incredible scholars, but incredible on the court
athletes
and incredible
as well,
teammates.
And I think the team aspect of that is so important.
Yeah.
The fact that there was so much support from both sides of the audience there.
Yeah.
Yes, there was ribbing. Yes, there was some taunting and stuff like that, but it didn't get too much. It was respectful, and that's something that I want to see more of during Roses.
I think volleyball as a sport in general, like it's quite a community. It's very accepting.
Very much so. Yeah.
Like, I mean, we mentioned tons of different nationalities.
Yeah.
All different genders, different orientations. It's a very open and welcoming place. So I think, although we are very competitive, it's all just a bit of fun, and we're all here just to compete. Yeah.
So what we're going to be doing now is hopefully setting up some interviews and playing spaghetti with the wires, as is always the case with audio. We're going to have one of our correspondents sprint to the scene of the crime, also known as the interview. And I'm very excited for this. We've got some precarious cabling here. Yeah. So now we're just waiting on some incredible players after their incredibly intense and successful game. I think first up we're with Lancaster.
Really tough match for you guys. At the start, you were down a bit, but you really got back into the game. What would you say was the key to getting back into it and finding your groove?
I think, speaking with past experience with this team, what really gets us back into the game and winning a game is our team chemistry. I feel like at the start of the game, we were getting annoyed at each other. We were getting quite affected with the crowd, but then towards the third set, as we started to win a little bit, our team we just started to uplift each other, and I think that's what brought us up. And maybe we lacked a little bit of that in the end, but that is what really brings us up.
Incredible job. You had some standout players. You yourself did really good from the outside hitting role. You had your middles got involved later in the game. I think you had some middles playing in the back. Can you speak to the versatility of your players, as complete players playing the whole game?
Yes. By versatility, I think you're meaning my middles. My middle, Sasha, she's a crazy libero as well, and she also loves. She also loves to play backcourt. So I thought at the start of the year to give her that chance, and she's really proved me right. And so she's amazing. She's amazing as a middle and as a libero. But another star player is our setter, Tess. She's here for a term from the U.S. I'm assuming you heard everyone chanting, USA, USA. That's her. And everyone else is amazing, of course, but yeah.
Anything to say for the fans? You had a really great crowd show up. They really got you back into the game, I feel like. So any words for them?
I just love all our fans. Our fans are majority of the rest of our club members and all of our friends and family. I'm just so grateful that they could come and support us. And yeah, I also was just chatting a little bit to the York fans when I went to get my ball, and no bad vibes.
All right, thank you so much. Great season, great game. Good job. Okay, I think we're here with Ezgi now, captain for York. Ez, how are you feeling, especially considering this is your revenge match from last year?
I'm ridiculously happy. You have no idea. Well, I'm so happy because for the past 3 years, we've been losing against Lancaster in Roses. And this year, my main goal was to change that. And it happened. We were like 7 down on the last set, but we did a comeback. We managed to win that set. It was amazing. I'm just so proud of all of my players. Yeah. My bench, my first 6 who were playing, everyone. Thank you for whoever's watching on their screens, whoever's cheering for us over here. It was just an amazing atmosphere.
So you've had some standout players on your team this season, some standout girls in the match, specifically Yunja and Alyssa on the outside. They did such an incredible job. Yunja had a really wide shot selection. She found ways to score. Alyssa just from the service line. What do you have to say about those two players?
Well, I think our serves in general, they were great because we've been practicing. But my outsides right now, they were amazing. Yunja with her smart hits, with looking wherever's empty and pushing the ball there. Alyssa with her kills, she was just amazing. Everyone was amazing.
So you had a lot of supporters here. When you were kind of down in the third set and when you were kind of down at the start of the fourth set, they really got you back into it. What do you have to say to the supporters and those watching on the stream? I know we have some people who are watching from far away.
Well, I'll say never give up on your team. Never give up on whoever's when we got that timeout at the end, that's what I said to my team as well. I said, yeah. Huh?
Yeah, we got to wrap it up.
Okay, I just said that don't give up, and they didn't.
All right, thank you guys so much. Thank you to YSTV. We've got more volleyball tomorrow morning for the second teams. Thank you guys.